Welcome to God of All Possibilities. In this episode, we're exploring a story that breaks every biological expectation, a story that reminds us God is not bound by human limitations. Have you ever heard the news of a woman in her 20s, 30s, or 40s having a baby? Of course, it's natural, expected. But imagine this making the news. A 90-year-old woman gives birth, and her husband is 100 years old. That kind of story would make headlines. It would make history. It would break every rule of science, medicine, and common sense. And yet, it actually happened. In Genesis, God promised Abraham that he would become the father of many nations. But years passed, and Abraham and Sarah remained childless. Abraham's body still functioned, but Sarah was barren. Then God visited them with a promise. I will return to you, and behold, Sarah your wife shall have a son. Genesis 18:10. Sarah heard this from inside the tent, and she laughed. Who could blame her? She was past the age of childbearing. The idea was laughable. After I have grown old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? Genesis 18:12. But God was not joking. He had made a promise, and at the set time, he fulfilled it. Genesis 21:1-2 says, And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. It happened exactly as he said it would. This isn't just a story about age or childbirth. It's a revelation about God's nature. He is not limited by time. He is not controlled by biology. He does not operate according to human schedules. When God makes a promise, delay is not denial. His word does not return void. Sarah's laughter turned into joy. Her barrenness became a breakthrough. Her impossibility became a miracle. And what about you? What part of your life have you written off as too late or too far gone? What have you quietly laughed at, assuming it's no longer possible? Remember this. If God said it, he will do it. Not on your timetable, but on his. Not by your strength, but by his power. Numbers 23:19 reminds us, God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. The story of Sarah is proof. God keeps his word. Trust him, and you will see his wonders in your life. Thank you for listening to God of All Possibilities. In our next episode, we'll look at one of the most dramatic miracles in the Old Testament, the parting of the Red Sea, a story that shows God doesn't just make promises, he makes a way. Until then, remember, your age, your past, your limitations, none of it limits God. What he says, he will do.